Video lecture number 7, 1.2 on Saying Please by the writer A.Z. Gardiner. Hello dear students and dear friends. Today I will start with the new prose lesson 1.2 on Saying Please by the writer A.Z. Gardiner. First, I will discuss the icebreakers of this lesson, and then I will move towards the introduction of the writer and the lesson 2. So friends, open the page number 13 of your textbook of English and see the icebreakers of this lesson on saying please, or you can also read all these activities on the screen in front of you. Now we will start with the first activity in the icebreaker. The first activity in the icebreaker is list the words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. Discuss them with your partner and explain the purpose of using it. Here one incomplete diagram is given, and in that, at the center in the circle, one clue is given to you, that is words of courtesy, and at its right side you are provided one word to understand and to get the help from it to find out the answer, and that word is thank you. So here you can write the answers or give the answers like this: thank you when we get something. Another word, hello, its purpose is when we greet or meet someone. You can also mention here other greetings like good morning, good afternoon. Another word is how are you. The purpose of these words is when we meet someone. Other words of courtesy: I am fine, thank you. The purpose of these words, when someone asks us how we are. You can also mention other words like you are welcome. Its purpose is when someone thanks us for something. Then other words of courtesy, excuse me. The purpose of these words is when we want someone to allow us to pass by. Or another word of courtesy is please, when we want something. You can also add other words like pardon me. Particularly this word is used when we are unable to hear somebody else and would like to repeat him. Now let's go for activity number 2. The second activity is listed below are a few character traits of people. Here the word trait means a particular quality in your personality. Some are positive traits while others are not. Tick the ones you feel are desirable. Now dear friends, before that I would like to tell you that all these personality traits are very important from the point of view of using your English language fluently while describing other persons. Now, but here you will have to list only, or you will have to just tick the only such a personality traits that you feel desirable from these given characteristic traits. Now there are 3 columns of these personality traits. The first one, characteristic traits. Under it, the personality traits are like conniving, incentive, sly, humorous, naive, benevolent. In the second column, the words like aggressive, scheming, wise, egoistic, manipulative, rude. And in the third column, the characteristic traits are boastful, humble, servile, territorial, patronizing, and generous. Friends, among these, I just tell you now the characteristic traits which are to be ticked and which are desirable. In the first column, ticked in the box of humorous. Second, benevolent. In the second column, ticked in the box of wise. And in the third column, ticked in the box of the word humble, as well as in the box of the word generous. Now, activity number 3. Etiquette and manners are very important for a person to live in the society. Read the following and put them in a proper columns. Now here the list, some of the etiquette and manners are given, and below it one column is given there. There are one table is given. In that table there are 2 columns, and they are appropriate and inappropriate. So you have to bifurcate all these etiquettes and manners into these 2 columns, appropriate and inappropriate. Now we will start with it. Number 1, to receive phone calls while you are in a lecture or class. It is inappropriate. Now second, to knock before you enter your principal's office. Appropriate. Third one, to thank the person who offers you tea or coffee. Appropriate. To be polite and courteous to others. Appropriate. To leave the classroom without the teacher's permission. Inappropriate. To occupy the seats reserved for ladies or physically challenged or elderly people on a bus or a train. Inappropriate. Now here we have finished all the activities from the icebreakers of the lesson on saying please. Now let's go for the introduction of the writer and the lesson. Now I will read this introduction for you, and I will also explain you this introduction at certain places. Now first I would like to introduce you the writer A.G. Gardiner, and his full name is Alfred George Gardiner. He was born in 1865 and died in 1946. He was born at Chelmsford in Essex in 1865. He started his literary career as a journalist. At the age of 37, he was appointed editor of the Daily News, London, under the pseudonym or pen name alpha of the plough. He made regular contributions to the Daily News, the Manchester Evening News, etc. His essays are uniformly elegant, graceful, and humorous. The Pillars of Society, Pebbles on the Shore, Many Furrows and Leaves in the Wind are some of his best known writings. His uniqueness lies in his ability to teach the basic truths of life in an easy and amusing manner. He raised the question of morality in everyday life. Now, what is there in this lesson on saying please? In the lesson on saying please, the writer points out the value of good manners in social life, and he also emphasizes the importance of courtesy and politeness in daily behavior. He shows how polite speech and manner sweeten the atmosphere around, and how discourtesy and ill manners spoil or pollute it. Dear friends, the lesson on saying please is an essay written by the writer A.Z. Gardiner. As we know, manners make man. This lesson also enables us and clarifies us the importance of the courtesy, politeness, and the manners in our social life. So friends, we should stop here. In the next video lecture, I will tell you the gist of this lesson and the important points too. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.